Hello, happy September, and happy new moon in Virgo. We're about to rev up for this eclipse season, so I'm sure everybody's getting their ducks in a row, cleaning out their drawers, cleaning out their house, and very much so things on cue with Virgo-esque energy. I know that I'm definitely on a decluttering cleaning spree myself and have been for at least a month. So I am here to share some messages. I am Mona D Ascended, and these are the messages that I have for who's ever listening for September 2024. I am not one of those readers that says take what resonates and take what doesn't. My intention is for what I share to be more of a confirmation and more of a I don't know really how to say it other than that. So with the message, I pulled from 2 decks and a tarot deck and my own personalized deck that I've created myself. So from my elemental empath deck, I have pulled a Cosmo card. The element, the cosmos. And the card is balance. It is numbered 2. And the keywords on here is all is connected, balance extremes, inner and outer. I would describe the picture, but it is the 21st century, so I can just make the picture of the cards that I pulled. So with this card, balance, it's really just touching on polarity, not duality, but polarity. Everything in this universe has a complement, not a opposite, but a complement, because they maintain the same spectrum. And featured on this card is the yin yang, which I love because yin yang has been on my mind here for the past, I would say, about 5 days to a week. And I've really just been marinating in the good within the bad and the bad within the good. So as same goes with all compliments, like the man within the woman and the woman within the man, or the dark within the light and the light within the dark. These things have been really on my mind because I've been paying a lot more gratitude to the spectrum of life and how everything has to have its complement. Because why? All is connected. And then I'm going to talk about the next card. It is from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. Very much so love that deck a lot. I appreciate both of these decks a lot. The Herbal Astrology Oracle deck literally called out to me whenever I was searching for decks to, work with. And this one called out to me. And I see why. So, from this deck, I pulled the card Tobacco. It is numbered 24, and it is associated with the planets Mars and Pluto, which is significant. And I'll go into that. The key word on tobacco is offering. More like a peace offering. So with that being said, connecting the two cards, what can you offer? A question you can ask yourself. What can you offer to the spectrums in your life to maintain them and to not split them up to now where it's dualistic thinking? How can you create something to offer towards the balancing out, bringing something back to homeostasis? What needs to be brought back to homeostasis? What needs to be brought back to neutrality? Neutrality. Okay. So that's the connection between these two cards so far. Mars and Pluto are connected. Pluto is the exalted version of Mars. It is the exalted energy of Mars. Or is that Uranus? All I know is Mars and Pluto are ruled. They're the same, okay? I'm not remembering the stories properly, so hopefully somebody can bring clarity to that. But Mars is currently in Gemini, close to moving into Cancer. I'm not sure what day Mars transitions into Cancer. Okay? I don't know the exact day, but obviously it's this month. And Pluto is making its final retrograde back into Capricorn before it moves on to Pluto in Aquarius. So, from air to water in Mars, and from air to earth in Pluto. And Cancer and Capricorn are sister signs that are definitely heavily associated with parents and parental units, is what I was going to say, but parents and parenting. So, I'm sure that's going to be a theme that needs to be balanced out and neutralized, but I'll keep going. Because now I want to discuss the tarot with the Balance Cosmo card. The tarot card I pulled with it is the 9 of Wands. And for me, nines are associated with ancestors. And Wands is associated with fire, your drive, ambitions, creativity, things like that. So, ancestral ambitions, ancestral drives, things of that nature are being highlighted this month, September 2024. And as a collective, we are being asked to balance the extremes. We are being asked to step into polarity thinking instead of dualistic thinking, especially when it comes to our parentage and our parents and things of that nature. You know, when it comes to parents and in this community, you know, the spiritual community, the healing community, the holistic wellness community, whatever label you want to throw over it, in this community, Healing through childhood trauma, which is brought on to us from our parents and our caregivers, is a big topic. So I'm getting the vibe that before we fully embark on Pluto and Aquarius themes, we're getting this one last chance to really look and feel and process and release any residual ancestral behaviors that are not fitting for the future. They need to be dealt with. And also with that, it opens up space for the ancestral blessings and ancestral gifts and ancestral whatever your ancestors have deemed that you need. Space is being created for that to come forth for more people also. It's not just the doom and gloom of, oh, I have to release and heal. It's also the I'm always looked out for and I'm always protected and I'm loved. Polarity. It's nothing is just one thing. Okay, and then for the tarot that I pulled for the tobacco, I pulled the Queen of Cups, which is elemental wise with the water of water. So a whole lot of flow, wetness, moisture, waves. It's giving Atlantis vibes. Definitely have been trying to tap more into my ancient and mythological history. So I'm looking forward to hear from you all who, one, have listened this far, and two, are also on the same journey and are also into that and well-knowledged. So the Queen of Cups, water of water. Mars is moving into a water sign. So with that being said, Mars in Cancer is definitely giving mothers rising up vibes. Like, moms are really just going to be at the forefront of whatever is going on in September. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't keep up with the news. I don't keep on what's going on outside of, my realm. I pay attention to what's brought forth to me, of course. But other than that, I'm just on my light worker duties. It's really it. It's really all I'm concerned with, But yes, Queen of Cups. So offering, what can the Queen of Cups offer in a time of this? This is also associated with Pluto. So mothers and fathers linking, mothers and fathers healing, mothers and fathers coming together and understanding what they did and did not create and what they did and did not sustain for their family. And then making amends in whatever way is best, so the souls involved can continue on evolving. So it sounds like it looks like it's going to be some coming togethers and some splitting aparts, on the simplest of terms. So there's an offering of understanding. Offer your understanding to your parents and how you were raised. Offer understanding to yourself, first and foremost, before anyone outside of you. And then open yourself up to the cosmic blessing of balance. You know, it sounded like, you know, the Justice card in tarot, but I didn't pull Justice. But there's a lot of divine justice going on, cosmic justice. And the way that plays out is just very unique. And I'm looking forward to connecting more and hearing more stories. Because personally, I've definitely have been, I would say, I'm nearing the end of a cycle of when it comes to, you know, my parents and things like that. So I'm definitely interested to hear where others are. I pulled some few other cards. And surprisingly, but not surprisingly enough, I pulled the Parents card from my own personal deck. And then I pulled Familiar Energy. And familiar could be like a guide, like a spirit guide, maybe like a spirit animal, or familiar energy, meaning like familial thing, you're like soul tribe type of vibes. But we're in the times of where we're having to be able to recognize whether, you know, we're still dealing with the ego tribe, or are we dealing with the soul tribe, or are we somewhere in the in between? And then I pulled the card Read. And I got the card Lyran Energy. You know, Starseed Lyran Energy. And on here I have written, Anuhazi is the original first externally spoken language in our universe and is the natural language of the Christos founders race. And then another card from my own personal deck I pulled is Below 5D Issues, the Matrix. The false matrix, of course. So, just from my research, the Lyrans, they are a very significant star race. And they've played a role in a lot of the human experiment. I'm currently doing what I need to do to open up to more of that type of connection. You know, I'm definitely opening up more to communication with the proper, you know, extraterrestrials, because they're here, they've been here, and they are definitely open to communicating with us and helping us on our soul's evolution. But that's what I have so far for September. This is my first time doing this, and I'm looking forward to doing it more. Talk to you guys in another session. Enjoy your month. Enjoy your new moon cycle.